when you have 100 fragrances, I mean, you know. Okay, so as you can see, or maybe if you can tell, I tried to dress on theme. So I wore this, to me was like the most nectarine color shirt I have. So it's like a pinky kind of salmon orange. So I wore this shirt, and then I've also got these earrings, which again have kind of like a pinky orange. They are made of clay. My husband got them for me on Etsy. So that's the look to match today's perfume. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray this fragrance, and then I will give you my first impressions. We've got a little, it's called cowslip. Apparently the flower is called cowslip. So we've got the cowslip fairy. Okay, can I give this a spray? And just let it dry down a second. Okay, so this smells like a very photorealistic nectarine to me, but to me it's like a soapy, perfumey, photorealistic nectarine. So it doesn't smell just straight up like the fruit, but it definitely has that, but it does smell a little bit like musky, fresh and clean, and a little soapy. Honestly, to me, part of why I'm not going to keep this one in my collection is because it's really pretty, but it does remind me of like a hand soap. Like, I would prefer something like this in a hand soap versus wearing it as a fragrance. But yeah, that's mainly what I'm smelling. I know it's called, oh, sorry, that was super loud. I know it's called Nectarine Blossom and Honey, but I don't really smell any honey. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read over the main accords that we have listed on Fragrantica. Alright, so we have fruity, sweet, green, powdery, fresh, and white floral. So I'm definitely getting all of that. Yeah, I would say firstly, it is fruity. I'm not touch of something floral. To me, it would make more sense to just say like nectarine blossom, but maybe I'm getting a touch of the black locust. Okay, and then for our base notes, we've got 3 base notes. They're peach, plum, and vetiver. So, peach obviously smells pretty similar to nectarine, so I feel like I'm getting that vibe, but I'm still gonna say I'm mostly getting nectarine. Plum. Maybe I'm getting just a touch of plum, because again, it's in that stone fruit family. But this isn't like plum to me, is like a dense, it's like a heavier, darker stone fruit, whereas this is like very bright, fresh, light. So, really, if anything, I'm just getting a touch of the plum. Vetiver, honestly, I'm not really getting the vetiver. So, to recap, to my nose, I pretty much mostly just get the nectarine, maybe a touch of peach, maybe a touch of like fresh greenness, and a touch of white floral, but it's really mostly just the nectarine. So, it's a really pleasant, clean, fresh scent, but to me, it's too reminiscent, like I said, of like either a hand soap or like a shower gel or a shampoo. So that's personally why I am not gonna keep this one, but I do think it's a really pretty scent. And if you like to smell just like a very sort of single note, I know it has a bunch of notes in it, but to me, this is like a single note perfume. It's pretty much nectarine. It's interesting that they have honey in the title, because typically when something is in the title of Jo Malone, it's also in the bottle. You know, it's a note, and so I thought there would be a honey note, but there actually isn't, I guess. Okay, so I'm just gonna briefly touch on my other Jo Malone, which is wood, sage, and sea salt. So this one is you have wood, you have sage, and you have sea salt. So I believe, let me see, I'm looking at the notes. I actually don't see a wood note, but I thought there was like a driftwood note. Honestly, something like that kind of comes through to me. This is really pretty. It's just very fresh, kind of coastal vibes. You get some grapefruit coming through, so like a citrus, but it's not like uber sharp and fresh, because you also have musk, sea salt, and sage, so it kind of like mutes it a little bit. The salt rounds it out, gives it a bit of that like sea, ocean, air vibe. It's a little bit aromatic because of the sage, so this one's really pretty. It leans just a touch unisex, but to me it's still a little more feminine. Love this one. The Jo Malones, a lot of them don't have great longevity, and it's true for this one, I would say, but I still really love the fragrance. Okay, so to finish up on Nectarine and Honey Blossom, according to Fragrantica, it has an overall rating of 3.93 out of 5 with 3.7 thousand votes, so people tend to like it, so it's a pretty good rating. It was launched in 2005, so this thing's been around for almost 20 years, and it doesn't smell super dated to me. I mean, you know, it does, like I said, just smell kind of like a soap, but it doesn't smell vintage to me. People are saying that the longevity is moderate, maybe slightly weak, and that the sillage is more intimate. So, yeah, it's not a big